Welcome fellow Commodore fans to the Breadbox, the channel dedicated to Commodore computers. Look out for the Breadbox Commodore user group coming very soon. You'll see a join button underneath my videos very soon. Well, I've just got home and look what's here. 4 boxes of awesome Commodore stuff, I imagine. Let's see what's inside. Fantastic, that's all done. So before we unbox everything, don't forget every Sunday we have the Commodore Computers quiz. How much do you know about Commodore computers? Oh, I've just noticed something. On this copy of Compute's Gazette, it has Crossroads. This is one of the best type-in programs ever made. Only surpassed by Crossroads 2, in my opinion. Let's see if I can find the listing. This is a great game. If you haven't played it, make sure you download it and give it a go. It's a lot of fun. There's all the little enemies in the game, and let's have a look at the listing itself. So it looks like it's over here. Oh, that's a good guess. Imagine typing in all this code. Obviously back in the 80s that's what we did, but of course you can just download the program now from different databases online. Great game. Oh, this is a great game. I remember getting this game back in the 80s. It might have been a backup version in theory, and when I played it on my Commodore 64, loved it. Great game. Wow, check out the size of that paperclip, that's huge. That's an interesting program, the Lotto program. I wonder how many people use this hoping to become rich. Actually, I wonder if anyone did become rich using this program, other than the maybe the program writers. Let me know in the comments below if you ever tried this program back in the 80s, and if it worked. This Commodore 64 user manual is quite interesting. It's that soft-bound version. In the 1980s, all I had was the spiral-bound version. I wonder how common these soft-bound versions were. Did you have one back in the 80s? Let me know in the comments below. That's interesting. Get a college degree at home with your computer. Whoa, I just know something. Okay, here's the issue that has the Crossroads 2 Pandemonium. I made a video about this one. It's a brilliant game. It's actually the best game for like Commodore 64 for a type-in program. Let's have a look at it. I actually got the program information online, but this is the first time I've actually seen it in the magazine itself. Have you played it? Let me know in the comments below. If you've seen that video that I did, well actually my wife did it actually, you'll see this awesome game to play, a lot of fun. So I'm just having a bit of trouble finding the page. Oh, okay. Makes sense. 64 meant Commodore 64, not page 64. Pandemonium. 16 little baddies you have to try and avoid. Which is pretty incredible. This is a type-in program, and the quality of the gameplay, the amount of levels you have, it's like a commercial broad game. Let's have a look at the code you have to type in. This blows your mind because obviously I printed out the pages previously of the code, and I used those in the video, but you just check out how much code you have to type in to get this game up and running. Okay, all down there. Now those two pages as well. Did you type in this program back in the 80s? Let me know in the comments below. It's incredible. It would take me weeks to be able to do this. It's a lot of code. But also I didn't mention in the video, there's also the code for the Crossroads Maze editor as well. So you can make your own levels. And that's pretty cool. This looks like an interesting article. Can the 64 and the 128 survive? Well, I suppose they still have a following today, so I'd have to answer yes. Commodore user. This issue has an article, Rambo versus Commando, It's War. Okay, here's a question for you. Which game is better, Rambo or Commando? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, this is an interesting piece of business software from New Zealand. It's called M64. It was produced by a local company here, and then Commodore Computers New Zealand Limited ended up buying the software and distributing it. It doesn't look like these ones have their floppy disks included, which is okay because I've got a copy of all of these coming from Australia that I purchased off eBay only just a couple of weeks ago. And they're complete and also sealed as well. So this is a pretty impressive business package made here locally in New Zealand. This hard case. I'm actually making a video right now about this product here, so I won't go into any detail now, but watch out for that video, it's really interesting. Oh, that's hard case. I'm also making a video about the software that did this picture as well. It's actually made in New Zealand. I won't go into any details again because they'll ruin my whole video. It looks like I have to be very delicate here. It's that gluey, rubbery stuff that's on the back of CDs and tapes that used to come on magazines. It's obviously just stuck to the cover. Unrelated to Commodore by looks of it, but still don't want to wreck it all the same. Hey! Just like I brought one. It looks like these are for standard PCs. I just noticed something again. I'm also in the process of making a video about Commodore 64 smart homes, so I might use that material also in my video. Oh, it's an interesting cartridge right now, and but like the other software that's come in these boxes, not the best. Ooh, this is actually worse. This is covered with mold. I might just clean that up. Whoa, there is this full of mold inside there. I'm going to biff that. I'm going to try and save the cartridge though, but I'm going to get rid of that packaging. That was nasty. That's funny. Actually, these come handy though. I must admit, they quite often get ripped or teared. So the person I got this from obviously had a bit of a backup plan for the sleeves for their floppy disks. Oh, hey, that's interesting. These must be the cover disks for Compute's Gazette. They have a lot of software on this. I look forward to going through all this. It's pretty cool. Now let's find out what this thing is. It's quite peculiar, isn't it? I'm guessing it might be for maybe a printer stand? Has anyone used one of these in the past? Know exactly what it is? Is it even computer related? Is it just random in here? Hey, what is this thing? Any ideas? I'll just clear out a few things from the side first, and then we'll get it out. Ah, here's some more. More cover tapes, or I was saying cover discs for the Compute Gazette. I can imagine there's hundreds of programs on there. Oh, the screen box looks interesting. Ah, okay, maybe not so interesting. Blank discs. But it's an unusual looking disc holder though. Yep, I would say those are blank discs. And what we got here? I could have used this maybe when I was at school. It could have been quite handy, I suppose. But I spent all my time on my Commodore 64 playing games, like most of us, I imagine. But imagine using your Commodore 64 for doing homework. That would have been pretty cool, I must admit. But I was more focused on having fun rather than doing schoolwork. It probably explains my situation today. Kids, stay at school. Okay, so it's a printer obviously. Any ideas what this model of printer is? It's the MPS 1000. I believe this is actually the first foray of Commodore going from dot matrix into a different style of printer. I'll have to do some research on that though. Well, you can see the discoloration. Here's this cover well, actually underneath you can see even more so the discoloration on this printer is really sun damaged. It's not in the best of conditions, but I'll see what I can do with it. Okay, we've got a little box of Commodore 64 cartridges. This is a little 5-pack you could buy back in the 80s. So most of us probably had these. Just had an idea, I might use these for prizes for the quiz nights. Here's a quick shot joystick. Well, this is the modem that goes with that cartridge that we had earlier, and also the manual. Well, you can't get more retro than this. This looks really retro. Hey, that's interesting. This is actually made by Fountain Marketing, so this must be a New Zealand-made modem. Fountain Marketing was one of the 2 distributors we had in New Zealand for the Commodore 64. Check out that video I made a few months ago about why we had 2 different bread boxes in New Zealand. It's an interesting video. Well, I thought it was anyway. Finally, I actually have a Commodore 64 in all these boxes. The Commodore 64C. We've all seen these before. You notice that the keys are very discoloured, but the case actually looks really, really good. That's weird. There we go, there's a serial number. Generally this is actually really good condition, Commodore 64C. Very nice. And whoa, this explains why this box was so heavy too. It's the 1541 disk drive from Commodore. These things are a beast, aren't they? They're so huge. They're basically a computer for a computer. Great little machine. Very slow, but if you went from tape to the 1541, you would have noticed a vast difference. I must admit, I went from tape directly to one of these, 15412 disk drive, and that I noticed a huge difference in speed between the tape and also this disk drive. It was awesome. That's the first time I've noticed one of these stickers on a 15412 disk drive. I'll just zoom up a bit closer so you can see that. Interesting. But maybe they did appear on all the disk drives and they've fallen off at some stage, but very interesting all the same. Well, it looks like that's all of it. Apart from there's a couple of power cables inside the box, that's it. So what's inside these 4 boxes? It's a lot of magazines, a lot of Commodore computer magazines, which I think is fantastic because they're a great source of reading and also research material. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, and hopefully there were some interesting things in there as well. I found some interesting things, things I haven't seen before, so it's pretty cool. And I've got about 12 different videos that I'm working on right now for Commodore computers. So make sure you subscribe and also click that notification bell so you know when I upload those as well. Don't forget there's the weekly Commodore computer quiz every Sunday as well. Test your knowledge on Commodore computers.